Hi, I'm Sir Dash Masong. Welcome to my Licensure Exam for Teachers Review, General Education, Part 4. Let's start! Gen Ed 16, Filipino, Retorika, Tayutay. Ang buhay ay parang gulong, minsan nasa itaas, minsan nasa ibaba. Anong uri ng tayutay ang ginamit sa pangungusap? A. Simile, pagtutulad. B. Metapora, pagwawangis. C. Personifikasyon, pagsasatao. Or D. Hyperbole, pagmamalabis. Again, ang buhay ay parang gulong, minsan nasa itaas, minsan nasa ibaba. Anong uri ng tayutay ang ginamit sa pangungusap? A. Simile, pagtutulad. B. Metapora, pagwawangis. C. Personifikasyon, pagsasatao. Or D. Hyperbole, pagmamalabis. Pause this video and try to answer it. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter A, simile or pagtutulad. I-recall natin itong mga tayutay. Okay, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng simile? Ang simile o pagtutulad ay isang uri ng tayutay na naghahambing ng dalawang magkaibang bagay gamit ang mga salitang parang, tulad o di kaya kagaya. If we will analyze, sinasabi sa sentence dito na ang buhay ay inihahambing sa gulong gamit ang salitang parang. Kaya clearly, ito ay isang example ng simile. Okay, bakit mali yung B, C, D? I-recall natin ano ba yung metapora, personifikasyon, tsaka yung hyperbole. Yung metapora, ito ay isa ring paghahambing pero hindi siya gumagamit ng salitang parang o di kaya ng tulad. For example, ang buhay ay gulong. Kapag nawala yung word na parang, ito na ay isang metapora. Kasi direkta nitong sinasabing ang isang bagay ay isa pang bagay. Na hindi gumagamit ng parang like. Next, ang personifikasyon naman ay nagbibigay ng katangiang pantao sa hindi naman tao. Halimbawa, kumakanta ang hangin. Parang ganon. Yung hyperbole naman ay labis na pagmamalabis. Halimbawa, sa sobrang gutom ko, kaya kong kumain ng isang puno ng mangga. So, walang exaggeration or exaggeration dito sa sentence. So, hindi naman ito hyperbole. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Gen Ed 17, Mathematics. Algebra, Simplifying Expressions. Simplify the expression 3x plus 5y minus 2x minus 3y. A. X plus 2y. B. 5x plus 2y. C. X minus 2y or D. 5x minus 2y. Again, simplify the expression 3x plus 5y minus 2x minus 3y. A. X plus 2y. B. 5x plus 2y. C. X minus 2y or D. 5x minus 2y. Pause this video and try to solve it on your own. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter A, x plus 2y. Okay. There are many ways to solve it. If you know the advanced method, go for it. So, papakita ko yung step-by-step solution. So, sabi dito, 3x plus 5y minus 2x minus 3y. Actually, easy lang naman itong question na to. So, we can group yung like terms. Kunyari, yung x, pagsamahin mo, tsaka yung y. So, dito, you have 3x minus 2x and 5y minus 3y. Then, from there, combine like terms na lang, yung coefficients nila. For example, 3x minus 2x. So, you have 1x, diba? And then, yung 5y minus 3y, you have 2y. And then, to simplify, 1x plus 2y is simply x plus 2y. Letter A. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Gen Ed 18, Science, States of Matter. In which state of matter do particles have the least amount of energy and are arranged in a fixed rigid structure? A. Liquid, B. Solid, C. Gas, or D. Plasma? Again, in which state of matter do particles have the least amount of energy and are arranged in a fixed rigid structure? A. Liquid, B. Solid, C. Gas, or D. Plasma? Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter B, solid. I-recall natin yung states of matter. Yung three common states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. And each characterized by the arrangement of and energy of its particles. Sa solid, the particles have the least amount of energy. Bakit? They are tightly packed together and can only vibrate in place, giving the solid a fixed shape and volume. Kaya meron siyang rigid, fixed structure. Yung liquid naman, particles have more energy than solid and can slide past each other. So liquids take the shape of their container. So wala silang fixed structure. Yung gas naman, particles have the most energy and move freely among the common states of matter, filling the container. Now, yung plasma, ito hindi naman to usually tinatanong sa common states of matter. Pero it's a high energy state found in stars and lightning. Pero again, hindi ito commonly tested sa context ng states of matter na common. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Gen Ed 19, Social Science, Philippine History, Philippine Revolution. What event is considered the start of the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule? A. Execution of Gomburza. B. Cavite Mutiny of 1872. C. Cry of Pugadlawin, or D. Tejeros Convention. Again, what event is considered the start of the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule? A. Execution of Gomburza. B. Cavite Mutiny of 1872. C. Cry of Pugadlawin, or D. Tejeros Convention. Pause this video, recall your Philippine history, and try to answer it. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter C, yung Cry of Pugadlawin. I-recall natin tong Philippine Revolution. The Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule officially began noong August 1896 with the Cry of Pugadlawin. Tinatawag din nitong Cry of Balintawak sa ibang historical accounts. During this event, ito yung si Andres Bonifacio at saka yung ibang katipunero, pinunit nila yung cedula nila, yung residence certificate, as a symbol of their defiance against Spain. That marked the start of the armed struggle for Philippine independence. Sir, bakit mali yung ABD? Ano nga ba itong mga events na to? Itong execution of Gomburza, important to note, itong Gomburza ay pangalan nito ng tatlong Filipino priests na in-execute noong 1872. Si Padre Gomez, Burgos, at Zamora. Actually, this inspired nationalism but did not start the revolution. So, it was a cause of rising anger, not the start of armed resistance. Letter B, yung Cavite Mutiny of 1872. Mali rin. Kasi this was an earlier uprising by Filipino soldiers and workers. Pero hindi ito kinoconsider as the start of the full-scale revolution. Yung letter D naman, baka malito yung iba, itong Tejeros Convention, actually, a meeting na ito held later na during the revolution to elect the leaders of the revolutionary government. 1897 na nangyari ito. Again, it was a later event during the revolution. Hindi siya yung event na nag-start nito. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Gen Ed 20, English, Reading Comprehension, Inference. He had spent years saving every peso he could, skipping meals, and walking miles to work. Finally, he held the diploma in his hands, the piece of paper that would change everything. What can be inferred about this man? A. He was lazy and unmotivated. B. He worked hard to achieve his goal. C. He inherited wealth and privilege. Or D. He gave up on his dream. Again, he had spent years saving every peso he could, skipping meals and walking miles to work. Finally, he held the diploma in his hands, the piece of paper that would change everything. What can be inferred about the man? A. He was lazy and unmotivated. B. He worked hard to achieve this goal. C. He inherited wealth and privilege. Or D. He gave up on his dream. Pause this video and try to answer it. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter B. He worked hard to achieve his goal. Saludo, sir! Okay, i-recall natin ano nga ba yung inference muna. Yung inference ay yung ability to draw a logical conclusion based on evidence and clues provided doon sa text, even if the text does not directly state it. Let's analyze yung passage. Sa passage, the man spent years saving every peso, skipping meals, and walking miles to work. All of these are strong clues that he made many sacrifices and worked very hard to to achieve his goal. Saludo po ako sa iyo, sir. Take note, the fact that he finally held a diploma that would change everything suggests that his goal was to earn a college degree through his own effort. Actually, itong mga questions na to, yung mga inference questions, usually lumalabas ito sa LET, to test yung inference skills by asking examinees to read between the lines and determine what the author is implying without directly stating it. Okay, but mali si ACD, of course. Sabi dito, he was lazy and unmotivated sa A. Siyempre, mali ito, no? Bakit? Kasi it shows the opposite, no? He worked extremely hard nga and made many sacrifices, eh. So, hindi nagpi-fit itong letter A. Letter C, mali rin to. Kasi the passage shows he had to save every peso and skip meals, ano? Grabe. This indicates that hindi naman siya wealthy. Letter D, he gave up on his dream. Mali rin. Kasi sinasabi sa passage, he finally held the diploma, which means he succeeded and did not give up. Sana all. Alright, that's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Hashtag, sana makatulong. If you want a free digital copy of this reviewer, pinamimigay ko po ng libre. How? Just comment on this video, free reviewer, and I will send you the link. Alright, for more reviewers, please feel free to visit and subscribe to my social media account, Sir Dash Academy. Available sa YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I suggest, punta ka sa YouTube, hanapin mo yung playlist doon. Search yung Sir Dash Academy, punta ka sa playlist. Gumawa ako ng playlist for LET reviewers. Especially yung BLEPT ngayong year na to. So hanapin mo nandun lahat. Gumawa rin ako ng playlist per subject. Meron doon Prof. Ed, Gen Ed, saka mga specialization. For example, math or English or chemistry, bio, science, physics, chem, Gen Sci. Hanapin mo lang yun, Actually, yung ginamit ko dun for the specialization, yung ginamit ko rin for the college entrance exam. Bakit? Kasi yung learning competencies ng college entrance exam, mga high school lesson, parehas sa mga lessons for the LET specialization. That's it. Sana makatulong. See you sa next session. God bless!